Strike the targets, one and all, and watch for a pattern on Mudball Wall. Saetwo and the others hadn't thought there could ever be a host as good as Ulla. The morning after their stay at the hotel, the squirrel treated them all to a heaping continental breakfast of pancakes and scrambled eggs. And after that, the Zoombinis were allowed to sit in on a live performance from her band. Saetwo in particular was thrilled by the whole thing.
That was some amazing concert, don't you think?
What? I can't hear you.
The next time, don't sit directly in front of the percussion section.
Later, the Zoombinis were all gathered in front of the hotel and getting ready to go when Ulla came around front to meet them.
Well, I certainly wish you could all stay longer. But the fact is, our tour starts today and we just can't wait.
It's okay, Ulla. We have to get going anyway, although we don't really know what we're looking for.
Well, there's not much I can do about that. But I can tell you that if you just keep following the path for a few more days, you'll be out of this forest in no time. And from there, it's just a hop and a skip over to Shade Tree.
Really? That's fantastic!
That sounds like just another rest stop. What comes after Shade Tree?
Why do you need to know that?
We're looking for a new home. That's why. A real home.
Well, you're not gonna find it past Shade Tree, I promise you that. It's way too dangerous for you kids.
What? What is it?
The mountains. Trust me, darlings, you're not gonna find your home anywhere around there. Nobody ever goes to the mountains.
Naturally, everyone grew curious upon hearing this, but Ulla refused to tell them anything else, only assuring them that the safest thing was to stay as far away as possible. Finally, they decided they had gotten everything they were going to get out of her, and so, bidding the squirrel a very fond farewell, the group set off through the forest once again. Although nothing eventful happened for the next several days, the constant fear of being attacked by the fleens again drove the Zoombinis on. Saetwo, especially, was worried for a good portion of the journey. She couldn't shake off the feeling of dread she had gotten from facing Romulau, and how he had chosen to attack her and nobody else. And now that she had beaten him, she had no doubt in her mind that he would be after revenge.
Oh great. What the heck is that thing?
Huh? What thing?
That thing.
The group was staring at a massive stone wall seated on a little ledge that rose up out of the pond. It was divided into dozens of smaller rectangular sections, 5 high by 25 across. Underneath it were 3 small wooden planks that were resting on boulders sticking out of the water.
We can't ever have a normal day, can we?
I wonder what this thing is for.
And a few sections were lighter in color and had dots on them, which made it about as much sense as the rest of it.
Well, it looks like we need to get over it somehow. The path keeps going above it.
Saetwo saw that he was right. Scaling the wall led up to solid ground where the path continued on above their heads. On the very edge, just above the top of the wall, were 5 short wooden chutes sticking out of the ground, whose purpose Saetwo couldn't begin to imagine.
Well, that's easy for you and me, but how will we get the other guys up there?
I have no idea.
I bet we use these planks. They've got fulcrums, so they're like seesaws. we could launch ourselves up.
That might actually work.
Conneda, that may very well be the only intelligent thing you've ever said. Let's try it out. Okay, that didn't work.
Xekrai, get serious. Nobody around here needs any head injuries. Least of all Conneda.
And what does that mean?
We just need to use something heavier, like a boulder or something.
Okay, but how are we going to get a boulder onto... Whoa! Guys, look up there!
Hey! Wait, you guys! Stay right there!
Who is that?
I don't know, but it looks like he's coming straight at us!
My hair!
My glasses! Oh, I'm sorry we didn't protect your hair, Touli. We were just worried about the big purple thing that just tried to kill us.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just so tired after flying so long. I couldn't land very gracefully.
Excuse me, but who are you? And why do you feel the urge to drive bombs at us like that?
Name's Bruno Marshberry. Nice to meet you. Never mind. Sorry I stuck my hand out to shake yours with. Forgot you fellas don't have any hands.
You're a fairy? But you're a guy fairy.
Oh yeah, I'm all man.
Your outfit says otherwise.
You must be Tyson's brother.
How do you know Tyson?
I know her really well, trust me. She and your other friends sent me after you guys.
You mean the northern group? You met them?
Uh-huh, and you must be Saetwo. Your friend Eche told me all about you.
Oh, how is he? He hasn't gotten hurt, has he?
Well, geez, that's a weird thing to say. He was more concerned about you guys. Walking right into the Fleen's home and all. No, you seem to have gotten through that okay.
Thanks to Saetwo here, but we're kind of trying to get out of here fast so we don't have to worry about meeting them again.
Well, that's probably... Oh wait, that's why I'm here. I was supposed to help you guys get past Mudball Wall.
Is that what this thing is called? Where's the mud?
Over here.
Bruno picked himself up and flew over to something the Zoombinis hadn't noticed. Sitting on top of one of the boulders was a large hollow glass bubble that was filled up with mud. Coming out of either side of the boulder was a thick, snaky tube. One end went into another, much bigger boulder, and the other end disappeared underwater, seemingly where the mud was being siphoned up.
And this is supposed to help us get over the wall somehow?
You bet. Look over here by the big boulder.
Everyone gathered around behind him to get a good view. Somehow, the flat back side of the boulder had a series of stone buttons sticking out of it, and each button had a picture on it. The top row had 5 different colored drops: yellow, blue, green, red, and purple. The bottom row had 5 splotches of the same colors, and the middle row had the shapes of a square, triangle, star, oval, and diamond. On top of the boulder was a metal satellite-shaped contraption that had a compact ball of mud sticking out of its top.
What is all this?
This is the mud ball machine. This is how you're gonna get over the wall. Fine. I guess you all just want to stay here.
Okay, fine. I'll go stand on that plank over there.
Do we trust this guy?
He knows the other guys, doesn't he? He seems okay. And anyway, do we really have a choice?
Okay, everybody, watch this. Let's try blue splash, red drop, try.
So you just made a paintball.
Yup, now check this out.
I don't get it. How did... Whoa! Wait!
Ow! Phew!
So, what do you think?
That was awesome!
I get it now. Hitting one of those spaces with dots on it will launch those boulders and they'll get us over the wall.
So, you mean the mud ball machine already knows where to send all the different mud balls?
You got it. All the different color and shape combinations are gonna go to pre-configured places. You just gotta figure out where those are. Any other questions?
Yeah, I got one. What's the point of this thing?
It's a test. Everybody who wants to go to the shade tree has to prove themselves, which means I can help, but you really gotta do this yourselves. Think you guys can handle that?
I think so. If it's just another puzzle, we can definitely figure it out.
By silent agreement, she, Uloobu, and Xekrai all gathered around the controls of the machine. The satellite had reset itself, and now the tubes began pumping a new supply of mud from the bubble into the machine. A new mud ball popped up in place, and within seconds, it had been given the same shape and colors as the previous one.
So, we just have to hit all the spaces with dots on them?
And I think we can figure out how. Mudball wall is like some kind of chart, just like the hotel. All the shapes go in different rows, and all the colors go in different columns, or something like that.
This is a step up from the hotel. We are dealing with 3 dimensions, not just 2.
Excuse me? What should the rest of us be doing right now?
You guys go stand on the planks. We'll launch you up.
Okay. I hope you know what you're doing.
Now, 2 of the spaces we want to hit are in the same column as that first one, which means the mud balls are going to have 2 things in common with the first one. Why don't we try changing the shape?
Now the shape is a star. Let's try it now. Guess not. Maybe we should change the inside color instead.
And let's try not to mess this up anymore. You guys, in case you haven't noticed, we only have so much mud.
Saetwo had taken notice of that. Every time the machine made a new mud ball, it pumped a large amount of mud out of the glass bubble, lowering the level noticeably.
Okay, let's do this. Purple mud ball. Triangle. 3, 2, 1, fire!
All right, way to go, guys!
Huh?
Ow. Phew.
That looks like fun! Come on, you guys, let's keep going!
Okay, changing mud ball to green.
Fire in the hole!
Whee! Ow. Phew.
Okay, the next part won't be so easy. We have to get the next mud ball into a different row from the first one, but not column.
Well, there's only so many things we can change. Let's just give it a different inside color.
After a few attempts, they successfully hit another marked space using a blue mud ball with a yellow triangle. 2 more Zoombinis went soaring, and Saetwo started laughing all over again.
This is really an amazing machine. It almost seems like something we would have back at home.
Get nostalgic later, Saetwo. We still gotta figure out where all these other mud balls go.
Well, let's try giving it a different shape. I think that'll work. Let's do an oval shape.
Fire!
Huh? What was that about? I thought the inside colors said what row it was in, not shape.
Saetwo, don't worry. Let's just try again. How about diamond?
What? How could the columns be determined by one thing, but the rows be determined by two different things?
Saetwo, what's the matter?
I don't get it. I thought I had this all figured out, but I don't understand how the rows work at all, and we're running out of mud. Bruno, do you know how to do it?
Yeah, but this is your guys' test. You have to figure it out.
But that's not fair. Why can't you help us? Do you have any idea how much we've all had to go through by ourselves? We need all the help we can get.
Hey, calm down. You don't have to get all worked up. I know you can do it. Didn't you say you've been to the Hotel Demencia?
Yeah?
Well, it's just like that.
No, it's not. Back there, we only had to worry about two things, not three.
So what? That doesn't change anything. Xekrai already said it. You're working in 3 dimensions. Height, width, and depth.
But I don't...
Look at the wall again, Saetwo.
Reluctantly, she did as Bruno asked. Examining the wall carefully, she tried to look for any pattern, any hint she might have missed. Their first few attempts were scattered all over, but she was only interested in the one row. Now that she looked at it, she noticed all the blue mud balls with different colored triangles were clustered together in one small area, while the last few mud balls they had made, blue, red insides, but with different shapes, were far more spaced out. In fact, they were all separated by the exact same distance. They were all 5 spaces apart. And there was something else she hadn't noticed. After every 5th column, there was a thick line that separated it from the next one, almost as if the whole wall was divided into 5.
I got it! It's like we're working with 5 different hotels. All the inside colors go in a different column, and all the outside colors go in a different row. But there aren't 5 different rows, there's 25. The whole wall is split up in 5 different sections, and a different shape goes in each one.
You got it!
What? Well, we don't. Saetwo, every time you have an epiphany, I can't understand what the heck you're saying.
Okay guys, we've basically got 5 different walls here, not one big one. Each of them has 5 rows and 5 columns, and in all 5 walls, all the blue mud balls go on the far left column, and all the ones with red centers go in the second row, and so on like that. That's why when we only changed the center, they all went in the same big row, because they each went in the exact same place in their corresponding part of the wall. Second row, first column. See what I mean?
Oh, I see it now. You're right, Saetwo. Way to figure it out.
Yeah, way to go.
Well, now we know what to do. See that purple mud ball with the red triangle? There's a marked space down the wall in the exact same spot, but it's where all the ovals go.
Sure enough, when they launched a purple mud ball with a red oval, 3 more Zoombinis flew over the wall, and as Saetwo and Uloobu followed their logic, one more quickly joined them.
Your turn, Xekrai.
What? Oh. Fine.
Okay, Uloobu. Green mud ball, blue star.
Ow!
All right! We did it, Saetwo!
You know, we still have enough mud to make one more mud ball.
Huh? Ah.
Hey, Xekrai, heads up!
What? What'd you... Oh no! Ow!
See? I knew you guys could do it. You Zoombini kids are a smart group, let me tell ya.
Well, Bruno, we never would have figured it out if you hadn't been here.
Well, it was nothing, really.
Ah, don't be so modest. It's clear sailing to Xekrai now, thanks to you.
Yeah, and didn't you say the other guys sent you to find us? Did you help them too?
Well, yeah, I guess I did.
Wow, Bruno, I can't believe you go out of your way to help us all out like that. I think you're the nicest person we've met here so far. We really owe you one. Bruno, what's the matter? Did I say something bad?
Stop it. Stop it, stop it. Stop saying all that stuff about me. I can't take it anymore.
But we were complimenting you.
I don't deserve it. Okay, you want to know the real reason why I've been helping all of you? I'm guilty. Everything bad that's happened to you guys is my fault.
What are you talking about? It was the fleens and the bloats, not you.
Yeah, I know it was the fleens. Because I helped them.
Is that true?
I didn't know what I was doing, I swear. I had no idea. I only just found out a week ago. From your friends. What happened to you? What the fleens did to your home. Oh, I'm sorry. If only I knew better.
Can't believe what I'm hearing. Our home was destroyed. Etche and I are separated. My mom died. All because of him? I want to scream at Bruno. It's all his fault.
It's okay, Bruno. I believe you. I know you wouldn't want to hurt us. The fleens just got the better of you. They do that to everybody. But why don't you tell us what happened exactly?
Uloobu. I'm sorry I underestimated you. Looking at you now, I could hardly believe I used to find you annoying and useless. You're something else.
Well, okay. A few months ago, I guess, I wanted to take a break from the marsh. So I went to the forest to look around. And then the fleens captured me. Oh, they were freaky. And their leader, Romello, he threatened to kill me for trespassing.
So, Romelau is not just the bad guy towards Zoombinis. He's the bad guy towards everyone.
But then he said, he He said he and his fleens had some kind of plan going on. A big plan. And they wouldn't kill me if I agreed to help them out. They were getting revenge on some people who had betrayed them.
He meant us.
Yeah, whatever you guys did, I'm sure you had a reason. You can't trust those fleas. But I helped them anyways. I didn't have a choice.
What did they make you do?
They had me carry a message to a little island across the ocean.
Zoombini Isle.
Yeah, I can fly, so I was perfect for the job, I guess. I got there in just a few days.
Saetwo felt a cold dread building up inside of her. Finally, after all this time, the Zoombinis were finding out the truth about the invasion and how the Fleens' plan for revenge had come to fruition.
Well, what did the message say?
What did it say? I read it myself. It was like, "We have told the bloats about your island. In 1 week they will be invading. If you remain silent, feign ignorance, and convince the others to trust them, then your life will be spared. Respond and tell us if you agree to this arrangement." All they wanted was a simple answer. Yes or no.
Nobody dared to speak. Saetwo's blood was running cold. She could barely bring herself to ask the last question, the most important thing they needed to know. But she had to do it.
Bruno, who was that message for? Who did you give it to?
Even as she asked, she felt her eyes straying over to Xekrai, who had been silent this entire time. He was staring at Bruno in abject horror. He already knew the answer. So did she.
He said his name was Ladwi, mayor of Zoombini Isle, and his answer was yes.